Do you work for yourself? Are you your own boss? What does it actually mean to work for yourself? When I worked in corporate America, when I was getting a W 2 paycheck, taxes withheld, all that stuff, I had several bosses. I had my immediate supervisor, I had my manager, my district manager, the regional manager, the VP, the president, like all these higher ups that dictated my every move, how many hours I got to work each week, how many overtime hours, if I was allowed, my days off, my breaks, how long my breaks were, how much PTO I had, all of that stuff. Now, as a person that is self employed, I actually have way more bosses than I ever did when I worked in corporate America because I understand that I work for every person that pays me. If I were truly my own boss, I could work where I want, when I want, and it didn't matter what other people thought or felt or wanted. None of that mattered if I were truly my own boss. And an example of that is if I want to cut hair at 3 in the morning, Monday through Friday, how much work would I actually be able to do? Well, not a lot because I'm only able to do business with people that are willing to do business with me. Every time someone sits in my chair, this is a partnership in some way. They are paying me for a good or a service. And when people get into this industry and think they work for themselves, when they move with that understanding, I feel like they alienate the potential to be as successful as they want to because they don't understand that they are actually employed by the people that are paying them for the good or the service. And I think that is where a lot of people go wrong in this industry when they have worked in a quote unquote real job and they have supervisors and managers and bosses and owners telling them when to come and go, what to wear, what they can and cannot say with all the policies that companies have. I think when people decide to come work for themselves, they do it because they're tired of being told what to do, when to do, how to do, where to do, et cetera, et cetera. And I feel like people with that attitude come into this industry very defiant and very brash in the notion that they are their own boss. But in fact, everybody that sits in your chair and is willing to do business with you is your boss. You are constantly auditioning to maintain employment by that person. And if you make a mistake, if you do something they don't appreciate or value or approve of, that relationship is over, just like it would be if you actually had a W 2 job, if you were an actual employee. So I would hope that this message gets to those that are willing to hear me out. Being 1099 does not mean you work for yourself. It simply means that you are taking more of your money away from the job than you would if you were W 2 or if you were commissioned or if you were hourly. That is all it means. It does not mean that you wear what you want. It does not mean that you say what you want. If you think that, test my theory. Wear an offensive shirt. Wear a shirt that says something crazy on it and let your clients see. Now, you might get a couple that laugh, you might get a couple that agree with you, but for the most part, if you wear a shirt so offensive that it drives off your business, you don't work for yourself. You work for people that are willing to do business with you. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you agree or disagree, I'd love to hear from you. I am Sean Cuss Agent on social media. I try to stream daily, or at least today's at work, Thursday through Monday on TikTok, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, sometimes Facebook, and more recently Instagram. Please follow, share, comment, let all the buttons do all the things. Again, if you agree or disagree, I'd love to hear from you. Hit your boy with a follow. Let all the buttons do all the things. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for your time.